Welcome back once again, everybody, to the semi-finals of the Highlight TV Cup series. My name is Tasty Alda, with me is Benvarmeren, and this is the third and final game in this best-of-3 series between For the Win Esports and Mysterious Monkeys. Now, we took a bit of a break from this one to check out what was happening in the other series between Different Dimension and Epic Avalanche, but we are back now, and it is currently 1 apiece in the series, so pretty excited to see how this one finishes, because whoever wins this one match right now will go to the grand final of the Highlight TV Cup series and be in with a chance of winning €900 in prize money.
Yes, it's so exciting to see which team will come out ahead in this matchup, and we are already in ping and ban phase, so let's just get started.
Absolutely. Azir, Kale, Gangplank, Lulu, Kindred, Poppy, all 6 bans already banned out. Kale and Gangplank banned out against Broken Blade. We saw his Gangplank in the first game of this series, and boy was it tough to deal with. Abby's Azir as well went really big in that game, so I think it makes a lot of sense to see For the Win adapting and banning those champions out in this series.
Yes, definitely a good choice to ban those two out. I mean, if you know that the opponent can play, then you obviously just take it away if they play it really good.
Absolutely. Gragas got through though. We've seen him banned out quite a lot, but he has managed to make his way through the bans and will be the first pick on the side of For the Win Esports. Nidalee would be a pretty good response to that though. Both of those junglers are pretty highly sought after right now. It will be the Nidalee as well as the Lucian locked in on the side of Mysterious Monkeys.
So right now for Mysterious Monkeys you have a strong laner in Lucian and you have a strong early game jungler in Nidalee. So I like those two pickups, and you're not showing too much of your team composition, so nice to see them just going for something very safe without giving too much up. And Gragas, I actually really like this pickup because he can get so tanky despite him building a runic echoes, and he can deal a lot of damage as well. So with him also being a strong ganker, he's definitely not as good as Nidalee, but he's definitely one of the better junglers.
2 more picks coming through pretty rapid fire there for the win. Esports, Kalista and Braum have been locked in, so that's the entirety of their bottom lane locked in. Pharax and you will be picking those champions up.
And yesterday we did see Pharax play that Kalista, and he played it really well. He ended up being a huge part of the victory for the Win Esports club. If I'm not mistaken, it was last game that they had to play the tiebreaker between them and Enigma Esports to be the winner of Group C, and Pharax dominated that game, and he has shown that he can play this Kalista really well, so I'm expecting him to come out and play a really great Kalista despite her being nerfed here in patch 6.6.
Next 2 picks being hovered. I'm not sure that's what it's going to be quite on the side of Mysterious Monkeys. Has switched to a Corki, which has made it all the way through so far. Would make a lot of sense to see that one picked up. Probably going to go towards Abby in the middle lane, but it could also go for Wacker in the bot side, and Thresh is the lock-in. So a playmaking support locked in for Sazed, and we'll be able to see if he's able to make plays on that champion.
Yes, we will definitely be able to see if Sazed will be able to make plays, and now with that Corki also being locked in, you again have a strong laner, and I like how you are not showing your top laner till the last pick, because right now we haven't seen the top laner for the Win Esports either, and Mysterious Monkeys therefore are able to counter the top laner. They can go for example Trundle if there's going to be a top lane and top lane for the Win Esports. So some good strategic plays already coming out here in the ping and ban phase.
Indeed, and waiting currently for the last 2 picks for the Win Esports. It will be the mid laner and the top laner who they'll have to lock in, so they've left their solo laners till last, and that means they are able to get a counter pick in one of those lanes. Shen will be the lock-in. Chippy Cow will be taking that one to the top side, and LeBlanc in the middle lane. That's going to be quite explosive.
I do not mind Shen at all, because Chippy Cow actually plays a good Shen. It's his second most played champion over Lulu in solo queue, so he is definitely on a comfortable champion right here, and it brings even more protection to Kalista, and despite them not having a lot of damage on the side of For the Win Esports, you only have Kalista and LeBlanc. I actually like this Shen pickup because it protects Kalista, and you don't really need to get a playmaker in the top lane because you have Gragas that can be a strong ganker in the early game, and if he can play around the ethereal change from LeBlanc or just the strong early game AD carry in the bottom lane. I feel like they have a good win condition.
Yeah, no, certainly that is the case. The Trundle was the last lock-in on the side of Mysterious Monkeys, and it was locked in very quickly after they saw the Shen, so I think that was maybe a counter pick they had planned there. I'm not quite sure how that matchup works out, but Broken Blade, we have seen him to be very strong in the top side, and he was getting the better of Chippy Cow, at least in the first game that we saw, although For the Win Esports did bring it back in the second one, so it may well have been the case that Chippy Cow got the better of him in the second game. But yeah, no, now we're into the 3-minute delay period. Gives us a little bit of extra time to look over the picks, look over exactly which team you think is going to win this one. So give it to us.
Well, first off, I'd like to talk about the Shen and the Trundle matchup, because after Shen got reworked, his W is now called Spirit's Refuge, and it blocks auto attacks. So, as much as I think Trundle is a counter pick to Shen after level 6, pre-level 6 Shen can actually block out a lot of the damage that someone like Broken Blade can't come out with. So in that sense, Shen is not it's too bad of a matchup. Sorry, Trundle is not too bad of a matchup for Shen. But still, Shen will have a hard time once Trundle gets the Subjugate. And therefore, Trundle is just a better tank in the end than Shen. And just fits so much better into this team composition that Mysterious Monkeys have built, because you can split push with Trundle, you can team fight with Trundle, you can be this huge frontline with Trundle, and in that sense, Fresh will also be there to peel and save the allies on the side of Mysterious Monkeys, and they have a lot of, they even have a lot of poke, they have a lot of damage built into their team composition.
Yeah, so... yeah, right, okay. So, Summoner Spells, also something worth looking at. Sazed, once again, going for that Ignite. He does seem to prefer that as a Summoner Spell over the Exhaust, so more aggressive Summoner picked up for him. He likes to... He'll hopefully be making some aggressive plays in the lane, but I can't imagine you can land too many hooks onto Pharax, because he's going to be on Callista and he's going to be hopping around like a bunny rabbit there, so going to be a tough time trying to lock him down. Abby, meanwhile, has taken Barrier in the mid side, which is very good, obviously, against the burst that LeBlanc brings.
Yes, definitely very good to just have that defensive stat on the side of Corki, and Barrier will be better for Corki in the laning phase, but Cleanse would be so much better once you get to the later stages of the game, because Braum with the concussive blows can stun you, Shen can taunt you, Ethereal Chains can snare you, so there are a lot of CC on the side of For the Win Esports, and Abbe, if he gets caught out, might die very fast unless he will be able to click on the lantern that Sazed obviously is going to bring to the table.
Yeah, so should be getting into game pretty soon now. Only 13 seconds left on the delay, and then we'll be into the loading screen. But yeah, just looking at these team compositions, I'm pretty excited because I'm basically always excited when there's a LeBlanc in the game, right? Because there's so much explosive capability. But Thresh brings playmaking capabilities. The fact that Callista can engage from so far means that team fights are much more likely to happen as well. So I think I'm pretty excited to see what these teams will bring, and I'm hoping for an explosive Game 3 to decide who will actually progress to the Highlight Cup Series final against whoever it may be between Different Dimension and Epic Avalanche Blue.
Yes, that is going to be very interesting, and I mean, when you see Son of Dragon being under the blind pick, explosiveness can only come out. I mean, he's been playing a lot of Lux as well, and explosiveness might be his middle name.
Yeah. Son Explosiveness Dragon. Has a ring to it,
yeah,
kind of.
Son of Explosiveness
really.
Dragon. Ah, well, a little bit.
So there are all of the Keystone Masteries, nothing too surprising at all. Actually, Strength of Age is being run by you on Braum, so imagine he'll be trying to pick up quite a few cannon minions with the Relic Shield stacks with the Execute to try and stack that up, but it could be a while. But of course, Strength of Ages is generally really good on champions who aren't getting quite such a large gold income, because it's like a mini item, basically, and an item they wouldn't be able to buy otherwise, and makes up for the fact they can't buy more items.
Yes, and also the Strength of Ages, you don't need to be killing minions, you just have to be nearby when an allied champion kills a large monster or a siege minion. So So really, it won't be too big of a problem for him
Yeah.
to scale up.
Absolutely. We are going to have a brief pause, hopefully brief at least, as soon as we get into the game. Maybe a couple of lag issues on the side of Mysterious Monkeys, but the game should be underway any moment right now. We do see that glorious level 5 emote for Chippy Cow hovering over his head, showing that he is indeed a master of the Shen. But we'll be able to see if he's able to translate that into the Rift, as he will be laning up against Broken Blade, who we have seen to be a very strong laner so far.
Yeah, definitely a strong laner, and he just have to utilize Spirit Refugee in order to block out a lot of the damage that can come out from Broken Blade. And actually, now that we are in a pause, I can see that Chippy Cow went for Dawn's blade, sorry, Dawn's shield.
Shield,
So
yeah.
he won't have the sustain of the corrupting potion. I'm a little bit surprised because obviously Broken Blade is going to be auto attacking a lot, but corrupting potion will just give you way more sustain in the long run. So I'm a bit surprised that he goes for the
Well,
Dawn's shield. It's a very defensive start.
Well, one thing about the corrupting potion is that it gives mana, right? And Chippy Cow not going to be needing a whole lot of that in the top side, so bit of a perhaps a little bit of a wasted stat coming from it there. So I personally am quite a fan of the Doran Shield start for him.
That is definitely right. I'm just a fan of having that aggressive stat can come out of the corrupting potion as well, despite
True.
him losing some stats in the mana. But hey, it's a matter of preferences, and it's not like the Dawn Shield is a bad start. It obviously gives him a lot of sustain. That when now that it actually gives 6 health every 5 seconds, it's not too bad.
No, yeah, indeed, it's not. And now getting back into the game, the pause is over, and both teams going to be neither clumping up to one side. So once again, defensive level ones from these teams, as we've become accustomed to seeing so far throughout the tournament, just making sure they don't lose any ground, which is crucial for them.
Okay, so Broken Blade and Chibi Cow, they're just dancing a little bit in the top
Oh,
lane.
Chippy Cow wins that trade using the little bit of shield he got from the sword
They
he
don't
brought
mind
with
each
him.
other.
Mhm.
Well, okay, so we are also going to be seeing standard matchups in the bottom lane, and um, Lucian is obviously a lane bully. That has always been a part of his kit, but I feel like Pharax and Joe, if they play correctly, will obviously have better kill pressure. Um, However, Seist of course have the ignite, so there are some pressure of being turned on, of obviously. But still,
Mhm.
if they manage to get Kyuga down to the bottom lane, they can make such a devastating all-in onto Vaka and Seist that they will most likely not be able to get away.
Yeah, so no lane swaps coming out in the start. Both junglers starting on the top side. Very standard starts, and the both bot lanes also starting up their respective jungle camps, not looking to deny the jungle camps from either side in particular. Gatling gun start from Abby, looking to get an early Thunderlord's proc onto Son of Dragon, but it barely does any damage, so not much of a trade there.
Yeah, not much of a trade, and you could see in the bottom lane, the two bottom lanes also starting up with their respective jungle camp, as you mentioned. So one of them will have that level 2 advantage going. Oh, Chibicar taking a lot of
Chippy
damage.
Cow taking so much damage. Broken Blade getting really close to killing him already there, and Grasp the Undying procs were traded backwards and forwards, but Chippy Cow definitely got the worst of that, so maybe that was why they had the Trundle pick prepared for the Shen, because that you could tell that on the side of Mysterious Monkeys, they were very confident looking in that Trundle once they saw the Shen coming out, so, a good matchup perhaps for Broken Blade, and we've seen what he can do with those in Game 1.
And the thing is, Chibicar shouldn't even be fighting at this point. You need to wait for level 3 when you have Spirit's Refuge. That's the point where you can block a lot of the damage that Broken Blade can come out with. I don't understand why he's fighting. You need to wait for level 3.
Yeah, I mean, he has got the minion wave there within that time, which does mean that Broken Blade can't go too far onto him, and Broken Blade does have so much more sustain as well, because he has started the Corrupting Potion, which obviously Chippy Cow has not, and he's already burned his potion, and there's a 5 CS differential there for Broken Blade over Chippy Cow, so could be seeing a lot of trouble for Chippy Cow. Broken Blade once again going on towards him, Chippy Cow trying to bait him under the turret to get the dive to happen and get the taunt under turret, but Chippy Cow not going to be able to get that Broken Blade, far too smart for that one.
So we might see Lord Sani and Kyuga have a matchup in the jungle, but actually get spotted, and Lord Sani will just instantly get out of the jungle as well when he knows that he are in a little bit of trouble.
Actually, we might see a lane gank coming here. No, Kyuga actually backs away in the end. He was heading down towards the bottom side, but he's going to head back to his Krugs instead. And Zanny now safely back in his own jungle as well after taking down the Rift Scuttler.
Yes, and there's not a lot of action happening right now. It's really only the only interesting thing that really happened were that Chibicow had to use his teleport to get back into the top lane. Oh, Abby!
Here is the explosive I was looking for in the middle lane, but there is the barrier to negate the ignite that Son of Dragon had. A flash auto might have killed Abby, so he respect flashes away from Son of Dragon, and a good trade for Son of Dragon forces Abby out of lane, and now Abby's actually going to stay around, but he's so low that he could be punished for that because a Sigil and Distortion combo, particularly if the Ethereal Chains land as well, could mean that Son of Dragon gets an easy kill in the middle lane, and of course Abby does not want to give that up.
That could definitely be a talking point in the mid lane, and now Chibicow is taking a lot of damage, but there's Spirit Refuge and Nidalee in the bottom lane.
Meanwhile, Hook has landed onto Pharaox in the bot side. He's ignited. One auto will do it. There it is. First Blood was over to Sazed, finally making that ignite work in the bottom lane after so many times trying to. Picks up the kill with it, and I said it was going to be hard for him to land a hook onto Pharaox, but he's proved me wrong. He has landed that hook perfectly. Kyuga, he's on the top side. Broken Blade might be in trouble here. This might be a return kill, but he has the pillar there. And Further and Esports are not able to get the kill onto Broken Blade on the top side. And Mysterious Monkeys still have the lead here, but now they're looking for the turret dive, and should be pretty easy if they're trying to take this kill now. Kyuga might go quite low, but Broken Blade can't get enough autos down onto him to really punish him. Chibicow takes a couple of turret shots himself, and they both went pretty low, but Broken Blade couldn't quite pull it off.
Well played by Kyuga. Finally lands the body slam. Didn't land it in the first time, and now they are being hunted by Sani, but the spear will not land, so they can easily get away. So
yeah,
a kill going over to Chibicow. That actually puts him ahead in terms of total gold. And now Sazed is in the mid lane.
Sazed comes for a roam, doesn't land the death sentence though, and Son of Dragon can easily, calmly juke away from it. So will not be punished, Son of Dragon, for having distorted in towards Abby there, and like Sazed was hoping for, but Waka might be a little bit punished for the fact that his support is not present right now. He's been pushed off the wave, but Pharaox did push it very kindly towards him, so he'll be able to pick up all of those minions anyway.
And as I was talking about, Chibicow were able to get a kill in the top lane, so in overall gold, he's actually ahead now, and that means that he will be able to pick up a Chain West, and that is going to mitigate some of the damage that Broken Blade will be able to put out. And you can see Broken Blade, he has been forced to show some respect to Chibicow now that he has a Chain West and Spirit's Refugee, but Lord Sani is in the top lane, and he might not have as much respect for Chibicow.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get there. There are a lot of wards there. There's a pink ward if he goes into the river. He's sitting on a ward currently as well, so Chibicow completely aware of the situation and might be looking at actually bait in a fight. Son of Dragon, meanwhile, puts some damage onto Abby, chunks him down to about half health. That's not bad. Barrier isn't quite back up yet for Abby, but nor is Son of Dragon's Ignite either, so can't see too much kills going over right now, especially considering the Hex Drinker has been completed by Abby.
That is definitely true, and actually, Son of Dragon will find Lord Sani, and Lord Sani doesn't have a
Lord Sani was going to be in trouble, but Kyuga showed his face, and, or rather, Abby showed his face to make sure that Zani was going to be able to get there, and Kyuga couldn't quite get there in time to present any more of a threat than was presented by Son of Dragon.
And there really aren't a lot of jungle pressure in this game. Neither jungle have really been able to find themselves in a good spot. Both of them has been part of the one kill that has happened in the game or for their team, obviously, but not a lot. Not a lot, despite them being part of that one kill. They haven't played around any objectives. They haven't really placed too many wards. It was really only in the top side where Chibicow had a lot of wards. So we need to see more jungle pressure. Now here is level 6
Another
for
hook
Sazed.
lands. That's 2 in very quick succession. Ignite onto Pharax. In comes Stand United though, and here comes Chippy Cow. He actually gets it cancelled, I believe, by the pillar. Pharax will go very low. He's probably going to go down. No, he's not going to quite go down because the Fate's Call is there. The Flay does take him down. Meanwhile, Broken Blade in the top side, he's not long for this world as Kyuga and Chippy Cow are onto him right now. Going to be taking that kill. Or are they actually? He's going quite low. He's got to get out of this one. His health is regenning, but in comes the body slam. In comes the dash, and Chippy Cow picks up that kill. Abby, meanwhile, looking to turn a kill on Son of Dragon, but Son of Dragon had that purple sigil over his head and knew that he could return the damage if he needed to. Big One does take him quite low, however. A lot of kills going over, a lot of people getting low, but right now it is vaguely in favor of For the Win Esports. And you know what? Mysterious Monkeys decide it's not in favor of them anymore because Lord Zanny comes in and picks up the kill onto Son of Dragon.
That was so cheeky from Lord Zanny, just jumping in, pouncing onto Son of Dragon and picking up the kill with a flash as well. Very cheeky, but it equalizes the overall kill score. But it is actually Mysterious Monkeys that are ahead in terms of global gold and that skirmish in the bottom lane, it was really unfortunate that Chippy Cow weren't able to come to the bottom lane, got interrupted by the Trundle Pillar, and if Chippy Cow were able to get to the bottom lane, I'm sure Pharax would have been able to survive.
Yeah, but he did have the shield on him, and that did mean that him and you were able to pick up the kill onto Waka, so at least that was traded over, and the game is still quite close, does hang in the balance, but one thing that is not balanced right now is the farm differential in the middle lane here, as Abby has built up quite the CS lead over Son of Dragon. In comes Zanny. In comes Abby as well with the package. That'll slow anyone who tries to cross it down. Pharax looks to turn the kill onto Waka, can't manage it. You is there, stuck, stranded, sitting duck, taken down by Lord Zanny. 2 kills, very cleanly taken. Great package play by Abby and Mysterious Monkeys as a whole, and now they're turning on towards the Dragon.
That was a nice gang and a good utilization of that big package. I mean, you just use it to zone. That's really the reason why Corgi is so good with the big package. He just zones people with it. It's so good. Yeah. You don't even need to use it as a Rumble Ultimate.
No, exactly, and it provides such a big slow when people try and get over it that there was no one going to be escaping over that line, and Chippy Cow and Broken Blade there trading procs of their Grasp the Undyings backwards and forwards, but Broken Blade's getting the better of it. He did use the ultimate on towards Chippy Cow, so that was running there, helping him out in that trade, and that would be the main reason he did pick up the victory in that trade, but it was pretty inconsequential. There's a big minion wave for Chippy Cow, which Broken Blade probably doesn't want to fight in right now. He probably wants to clear out a few of those minions before he looks for any more brawls.
He definitely will want to pick up the minions. Chippy Cow getting his back cancelled. But really, the thing for Mysterious Monkeys to be really happy about right now is that they have shut down Pharax so hard at the moment. I mean, Kalista received a lot of nerfs, and that means that she's less effective, especially in the early game, and we've seen that being punished here in this game by the Mysterious Monkeys. Pharax had a good one yesterday, but he hasn't really found his former self from yesterday in this game, and actually, Sazed might be in trouble as Joe is coming in.
Oh yeah, Kyuga coming in, and so is you here. Sazed will hook his way towards the wolves, but one more hit will actually pop the concussive blows. It despawns though, just in time, and Kyuga will still pick up the kill by bopping him on the head there. Waka came in on the lantern, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to offer too much here. Abby is still present. Meanwhile, a bit of a brawl happening in the top side. Lord Zanny trying to get a re-engage, but Son of Dragon comes out of the bush. They were not expecting him. Lord Zanny chunked out very low, and Son of Dragon secures the rest of his team the escape, and that was a good response there from For the Win as they managed to take down Sazed.
Yes, definitely a good response from For the Win, and they have to start looking for ways to move the attention away from Pharax, because Pharax has just been dominated very hard in the bottom lane. He's been so far behind as he's behind 300 golds right now in terms of overall gold between the two AD carries, so he's having a hard time and he's not getting any major items. So for the Win Esports to finally get some objectives elsewhere, some kills, just anything that can remove the attention away from Pharax, that is so beneficial for them.
Yep, and still the gold lead is definitely there for Mysterious Monkeys. They are 1k gold, pretty much exactly ahead right now, and they'll be looking to expand that as they get further into the game. Water coverage, though, is, at the moment on the bot side at least, in favour of For the Win Esports. They got some pretty good deep wards down when they were going for the kill on Sazed and on their way out as well. So they could look to try and take the next dragon, but it's going to be a while before that one's up anyway.
Yeah, it should be a while. I'm not quite sure when they killed it, but it should respawn in at least 3 minutes, I'm sure. And now Lord Zanny is in a lot of trouble.
On towards Zanny. Here comes Son of Dragon as well. There is the Mimic Distortion. The Ignites onto him. The chains pop, and he takes down Lord Zanny for what was essentially a free kill there. Did cost him a Summoner spell and the ultimate out of Kyuga, but I'm sure they won't mind that too awfully much.
Again, you remove the attention away from Ferrix, and if Son of Dragon can become a huge assassin, then that is so good for the Win Esports, because that just means that the burst and killing of the squishy members on the side of my Mysterious Monkeys is good, but here comes
you in a moment, because For the Winner looking to make a play. Like, once again, Chippy Cow can't come in on the stand United though, but it's not going to matter really, because Kyuga's coming in. TP cancelled by Broken Blade. He did not want to join in that fight after his AD carry had gone down. Sazed does escape with his life, and Mysterious Monkeys did actually take the turret in the bottom side, so they take the first turret of the game, and they are still leading in Gold League consequentially, despite the fact that they are behind in kills right now. They still have the 1k lead. Chippy Cow and Broken Blade once again going for a bit of a trade. Tiamat active used by Broken Blade, but he still actually loses that trade in the end. He does have his Subjugate available though if he wants to use that. And if he does use that, I imagine the trade will go back in his favour.
Oh, if For the Win Esports can steal the blue buff here, that's going to be huge. I mean, if you can just take away the mana regen from Abe, make sure, yeah, they're going to steal it. So now Abe won't be able to have the mana regen. He won't be able to keep shoving the waves in as much as he were able to do with a blue buff. And this gives Son of Dragon a lot of room to play around with, and perhaps even some room to go ganking somewhere else.
Yeah, no, certainly. Looking for roam plays on the LeBlanc, as you might expected. Actually, pick up one kill, roaming slightly towards the top side, but it wasn't too much of a roam when he killed Lord Zanny, but surely, hopefully, looking to make more of that sort of play. Chippy Cow and Broken Blade once again slapping each other in the face a bunch. Broken Blade does have the larger weapon, so I think slaps from him probably hurt a little bit more, but, you know, Chippy Cow able to get some more precise little stabs in there, so maybe that's better. Maybe the penetration a knife gives you is better than the raw clubness of a club. Clubness? Yeah, clubness.
Well, now that we're talking about getting slapped, I think Abe is on his way to top lane with a big package.
Oh, yeah, big package. Slaps Chippy Cow in the face with that one. Chippy Cow does manage to get over the wall with a flash, but will be followed by a missile barrage, and Abby picks up another kill for himself.
You can never underestimate the big package of a Yordle. That is going to deal a lot of damage, especially one with a Trinity Force.
Oh god, alright. Anyway, Mysterious Monkeys taking the Rift Herald. That will go over to Broken Blade, who'll be looking to push in that top lane even more than he has been doing already, and hopefully looking to take the second turret of the game for Mysterious Monkeys, as they already have that advantage, and the second turret of the game might actually be this middle lane turret as they are moving on towards it. They have the minion wave there. Hook lands onto you, and they can't quite finish the turret before Kyuga comes in, and Yu is sent in with the Fate's Call as well, and they take down Lord Zanny easy as pie. Turret did go down though to the minions on the backside, so Mysterious Monkeys once again, I think that's a beneficial trade for them.
Yeah, it definitely is. If you can get more towers, then you open up the map for more plays to be made. And Mysterious Monkeys, they should not be contesting this dragon. Kalista is there, there's a smite as well, and this is 100% going to be a dragon for the Win Esports. Ebe might be in trouble.
Ooh. Waka just gets out with the Dark Passage. Meanwhile, Kyuga finds himself a little too deep. He's ignited, but it's not going to be enough to take him down quite. Broken Blade looking to get on towards him. If he could have thrown anything onto him, it would have taken the Gragas down, but Kyuga does escape in the end. Mysterious Monkeys once again coming in to pressure the middle lane, push it in even further than they have already. Actually, they're just going to head towards the top side instead. Get a few deep wards down, that sort of thing.
So a dragon for each team now that the Mysterious Monkeys, the different dimensions. So for the Win Esports club, they were able to pick. Yeah, they were able to pick up the dragon. So a dragon for each team, and really for the Win Esports Club, that just the fact that they could get a dragon is so good, because this means that 6% AD and AP will definitely help Ferox and Son of Dragon with the assassination of people, and they will even be able to defend this top lane tower despite Doomsieve being present.
Yeah, Doomsieve was present, but it doesn't keep the minions alive any longer, and I think that's really what Mysterious Monkeys needed there rather than the extra damage from them. Broken Blade taking a bite out of you, but it's not going to matter very much. Hook does land onto Chippy Cow, but not going to be followed up on, obviously. There was no real support coming in for Sazed, so I don't think he would have wanted to take that, and it's actually looking like it's going to be for the Win Esports who take the turret now, despite the fact Doomsieve was on the side of Mysterious Monkeys, and they were the ones trying to take it in the first place. However, Ferox caught out by a beautiful pillar, flayed in, one more hit will do it, there it is, Sazed picks that one up. He's in a lot of trouble, caught between a Corki and a hard place. Whacker picks up that kill. Once again, both of the bottom lane go down for the Win Esports, and now the turret's probably going to be traded in the top side. I doubt there's a whole lot for the Win can do to defend that.
Yeah, there's just too much damage on the side of Vaka and Broken Blade to be able to defend this, especially when you don't have that much wave clear on the side of the Win Esports. That's really the biggest problem for them, because the only wave clear that they have is Son of the Dragon at the moment, and Ferox will obviously get a Ruinous Hurricane, but that, in my opinion, doesn't really count as wave clear, as it's very unreliable.
Yeah, it's short range as well, and I think the lack of wave clear for the Win could present a big problem for them, because while Son of Dragon does have significant wave clear, it's risky wave clear, because he has to get up in the face of the minions to do that. And if that happens, Sazed could easily flay him to hooking him in as well and catch him out if he keeps his wits about him, so that could be a big problem for the Win Esports if the side of Mysterious Monkeys pick up a Baron later in the game and try to siege up some turrets. Speaking of turrets being sieged, Chippy Cow takes one down in the bottom side, which is good response for the Win, and they're keeping the gold lead only at about 1k. They're not letting it extend any further than that, which is good for them, certainly.
Yes, it's certainly very good for them, and now Mysterious Monkeys will also be able to pick up their own blue buff after it being stolen the last time. But Baroness actually has just spawned, so we can see that for the Win Esports Club, they know that they have to have some vision around that area, or someone like Abe and Vaka can easily burst that down really fast. That was a very close hook.
Yeah, no, very close. Ferox just stepped away from it at the last second, so be very thankful for that one, because that would have been another death for Ferox's record right now. 1-4-2. Not had the game of his life on Kalista so far, and the fact that he's having a lot of trouble is quite big for the Win Esports in a negative way, and Mysterious Monkeys, they've been looking to exploit that, and they've been doing a decent job of it.
Yes, they definitely have, and if we take a look on the side of Mysterious Monkeys, they are in the gold lead, and they also have 4 pink wards in their inventory right now, so they can obviously expand their gold lead if they play correctly with all of their vision. So that's something we have to look out for. There's even a Tracker's Knife on Lord Sani, and obviously a Sidestone on the side of Sazed, so they have a lot of vision that they can play around with, and with the dragon respawning in 1 minute and 25, vision is the key.
Yeah, but for the Win Esports, just took down that middle lane outer turret for free, and I'm not sure why they were really allowed to do that. I think Mysterious Monkeys, they do have the gold lead, and they do have the advantage right now in this game, as admittedly the advantage isn't as big as they might like it to be, but you'd have thought they could have at least protected against what was a pretty rudimentary middle lane push, but they were caught out by it, and you used the Unbreakable well to make sure the minions weren't going to be damaged by the long-range poke coming from Abby, so not bad plays certainly from For the Win, but a lack of response from Mysterious Monkeys cost them a little bit there.
Yeah, it does cost them, and now Ruinous Hurricane has been completed for Ferox, so Ferox is out of that very awkward position that you get in as a Kalista when you only have the Blade of the Ruined King. So they can certainly, if they get just like 5 minutes, sorry, not 5 minutes, 5 seconds or 6 seconds onto a Dragon, they can stack up so many rend stacks, and oh, Lord Sani will be able to pounce away, but as I was saying, they just need a few moments on the Dragon, and they could easily take the Dragon just with the rend stacks and the smite from Kyuga.
Yeah, it'd be very hard for Zanny to try and contest that one if you went into... Tried for a 50-50 smite. It's more like a 90-10 when you have the rend on your side. Bottom lane wave is pushing in towards that turret in favor of Mysterious Monkeys, but it's not going to be enough, and it's going to be caught by a wave just in time, so the turret's not going to take all that much damage. So not a problem for Mysterious, for the win, I should say. And meanwhile, they do have Chippy Cow still pressuring away on that top side. This dragon has been started up by Mysterious Monkeys, and there's no real response for the win. If they decide they don't need second dragon that badly, it's not that important. They just want to keep Chippy Cow pressuring the top side, and you know, if there's no response to him, which Broken Blade is looking to respond now, he could try and take that turret. Not quite Tanas on that Jax that we saw in the last game between Different Dimension and Epic Avalanche, but you know, it's still a split push and still has to be responded to. Abby does juke away from the Ethereal Change, which would have been a lot of damage onto him if they had landed, because it would have popped the mimicked Sigil of Malice. Has the package available to him, but not really any way he could feasibly use it right now, unless he's looking to cut off Chippy Cow, and that might be a good way of doing it. He does look to do that, gets in range of him, but he doesn't have any slows in his kit to stop him from escaping. Death Sentence didn't land on towards him, and there wasn't a whole lot of damage coming out of Abby there on towards Chippy Cow.
Yeah, Abby only has a 24, so damage is not exactly what he's packing too much against a tanky member like Chippy Cow. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of damage from Abby coming out onto someone like Son of Dragon and Ferox, but that's going to be in a team fight. And not against a top laner that is just split pushing on his own.
Yeah, so the ward coverage on the bottom side, currently looking pretty good for Mysterious Monkeys, but doesn't matter so much on that side because the last dragon was taken very recently, and a fight might be engaged here just in the jungle out of nothing. You gets a decent Glacial Fissure there across the whole team. Broken Blade taken very low. Ignite's running on towards him, but he has the Subjugate as well. Sazed is on the side, looking to make a play, but has to flash away because Pharax is there stacking spears into him. And that fight was looking pretty good for the win Esports, not gonna lie. And they might have to keep pressuring on towards this turret. They are going to back away from it instead. No, I think they're staying around, but I think the Mysterious Monkeys still are healthy enough to defend this, and they have enough wave clear to do so as well.
Yeah, they definitely can defend this. Pharax doesn't even have to bring that much AD, so towers would go down very slowly if they had just a slimmer of a moment to start and peck at the tower.
Yep, there is a big wave in the bottom side that will need to be responded to. Waka going to go down and pick that one up, get himself a big fat chunk of gold in his pocket to move on towards his next item. He's got his Static Shiv and his Essence Reaver completed already, as well as the Ionian Boost Lucidity, so he's got quite a lot of cooldown, and he'll be looking to dash around and throw out a lot of piercing lights and that sort of thing, using that cooldown reduction that he's accrued to his advantage.
I would have loved to see Chippy Cow go for a CC Rod portal, because just because Shen can actually be a pretty good split pusher, and the thing is, you need a Randurance, which he's going for, just because there are a lot of critical chance coming out from Vaka and Abe, so you need to get that reduced critical chance from the Randurance. But still, I'd like to see a CC Rod come out, because that would also allow you to just push faster and actually have more momentum going your way, more pressure of a tower going down as well when you use your Stand United or teleport to another lane. But
lands onto you. He's in a lot of trouble. Does have to stand behind me, but it's not going to be enough. Unbreakable Shield mitigates a lot of damage, but Waka has the culling available and culls him into the ground. A free kill on towards the Braum there. Support kill picked up for Mysterious Monkeys. Let's see what they can do with it.
They should be able to get at least a tower here because of Jonah being there to use the Unbreakable. Oh, Hugo!
Oh, Hugo was so fat that he actually got caught in the wall there, but will be able to get away eventually. Had to burn his flash though. Hook lands on towards him once again. Not going to mean all that much. So Chippy Cow goes in for the engage actually. This is a 4v5 and they're looking to take the fight. Two Mysterious Monkeys. Abby goes down, makes it a 4v4. Hook lands onto Pharax though. A great hook from Sazed, and the shield won't be enough to keep him alive. This fight is very close, but still Waka is still dealing lots and lots of damage. It looks like the fight's going to be disengaged for the Win Esports, backing away, as are Mysterious Monkeys now. So Zanny might have overstated it, might have greeded a little bit too much. Not quite going to be caught up with the... No, there's the teleport. He has the pounce, though, to keep getting away. And I'm not sure Chippy Cow can catch up with him. He has the home guards. He's coming in. One Spirit Dash will do it. There it is. It's not a Spirit Dash, but he gets the taunt onto him anyway. Kill picked up onto Lord Zanny. He didn't need to stay for those Raptors, but they were so juicy he had to.
And a good way to always defend your tower as a team with low weight clear is definitely just to force a fight, especially when everybody is grouped together. I mean, you landed a 3-man taunt right there. It shouldn't even have been a one fight for the Win Esports Club because it was 4v5. Mysterious Monkeys, they just grouped together and that was their fault. Now, Joe, you might be the one in a little bit of trouble once again.
He's going to be able to get away from that one. Hook landing onto him once more. I mean, a lot of hooks have been sent his way by Sazed, and Sazed has been making the Thresh work so far. That fight was dangerously close, though, for Mysterious Monkeys, and they'll be looking to try and not have the games going that close anymore. Got a little bit of a message in my ear that the game between Epic Avalanche and Different Dimension has now drawn 1-1. Epic Avalanche did get a win back in their favor, so that game will also be going down to the wire, just like this one is. I'm loving these semi-finals so far, and I'm liking that we're getting the full 3-game series out of both of them.
It is definitely very intense from both the teams. They don't want to give up without going down in a fight. I mean, a team can definitely take their grand finals, but they can never take their freedom to try and fight for it.
Right.
I saw Braveheart today. I tried my best to make that quote into something I could use. I don't think it went too well.
You tried, and that's what really counts.
Ah, thanks. 10 points to Benvarmeren.
For the win, looking to set up a bit of a death brush there. They know they're not on a ward, but I think Mysterious Monkeys are too wise to face check that one, and the death brush does dissipate in the end. Of course, the fact that that blue ward was on the Baron meant that Mysterious Monkeys were fully aware that Baron had not been started up. And speaking of which, Dragon has been started by Lord Zanny and Waka. They'll be taking that one down. Third Dragon now going over towards Mysterious Monkeys. They're starting to stack those ones up pretty decently. I apologize for that. And yeah, no, looking pretty good for Mysterious Monkeys still. But those fights, they need to be getting them more in their favor than they have been.
Yes, so 42 minutes could be the potential 5th Dragon for Mysterious Monkeys, and
yeah,
that is definitely some pressure that they can play around with. They don't need to force anything. They have a good late game scaling comp. They can just keep wave playing, keep farming up as well, because with the pressure of the 5th Dragon being present, they don't even have to Baron dance. They just have to defend and hold their own.
Yeah, but they are looking to maybe do a bit of a Baron dance here. They're getting rid of the wards to make it more available for them. Son of Dragon put some chunk damage on towards Zanny, but he has the heal, and he had the Dark Passage to make sure he was going to be escaping out of that one back towards Sazed. And he's been using those lanterns quite well so far. A couple of times we've seen people being saved by Sazed. Going to have his recall stopped, though, by Kyuga. And it looks like, actually, for the Win Esports, they're looking to pressure on towards this middle lane turret now, once again, and if they can get some auto attacks onto it, even if they just get a bit of chip damage onto it, they'll be feeling pretty good about it, but they aren't able to do that, and actually, Mysterious Monkey's looking for a bit of a counter-engage here, but it's disengaged pretty well by the barrel roll from Kyuga.
So, Ferris is now packing a little bit more AD now that he has the Morphman Morpheus, but it's generally just there to protect him against all of the bursts that can come out of Lord Zanny and Abe. So in that sense, I actually like it, and it also gives you a lot of armor penetration, so your events will also be stronger. A good item picked up by Ferrex.
One thing that's interesting me so far in this game is we've got to 32 minutes, right, and no one's really done anything to do with the Baron pit. There was that brief moment when we saw For the Win Esports going for that face check brush there that they were hoping someone on the side of Mysterious Monkeys would face check into, but it was a bit of a hopeful attempt, and they dissipated it fairly quickly. So I mean, no one's really been paying the Baron much attention. There is a lot of ward coverage there for the win, and now Mysterious Monkeys trying to turn that ward coverage to be in their favor instead of for the wins, but there are a lot of wards there that they'll need to clear out if they want to make that the case.
Obviously they want to clear out the wards, but in the end all that really matters is if they can just get one ward on top of the Baron so that they will know if there's going to be a Baron started up for the Win Esports club. again, the fifth dragon pressure is just way too big for my mysterious monkeys to give up over a ridiculously barren start.
Yeah, no, and Lord Zanny might be in a lot of trouble, actually. The Fat Man isn't enough to block the Lantern, though, and he'll be able to escape once again, Sazed being the savior. But we do see in the bottom lane, Broken Blade is actually pushing Chippy Cow in pretty hard, but Chippy Cow, he's not under pressure of being dived. Sun and Dragon has gone down towards that bottom side to try and lend a bit of a hand to Chippy Cow, but doesn't look like Mysterious Monkeys are going to start up the Baron or do anything with that knowledge, because both TPs are available as well as the Stand United for Chippy Cow, so he has multiple ways of getting towards that fight if one of them is cancelled by Broken Blade.
That is definitely true, and now we are again in the stalemate like we've been for a lot of this game. Not a lot has been going on, only 20 kills total, and I'm not expecting any action to be happening in the near future. We probably something in 2 minutes, but that's the time where the dragon will respawn. So that's the time where For the Win Esports Club will have to make the choice of stopping the fifth Baron, the fifth dragon coming out from Mysterious Monkeys. That could really be a reality. So they either have to use their wards around the Dragon Pit or the Baron Pit, and whatever really gets started, at the opposite end, Mysterious Monkeys, they will start a different objective. They will start on the other side of the map.
Yeah, the fact that they have pressure in so many places now, I mean, you can't put that into a gold lead, but it is definitely an advantage for them. And I think everyone here knows just how painful it feels when you think you're going to be able to get something. You think, hey, look, we're going to get a Baron, but then it means that the other side is going to get the fifth dragon or something like that. And you know that whatever you do, something's going to be punished. And Mysterious Monkeys are looking to put themselves in such a situation where they can punish whatever For the Win Esports would do and make it so that For the Win Esports have no hope of this game and slowly choke the life out of them. That's certainly what they were looking for. Not necessarily what will happen, though, because for the Win Esports, they've been kicking back pretty strong. I mean, gold lead has been pretty stagnant. It is still in favor of Mysterious Monkeys, but it's only 2,000 right now, and it was 1,000 very early on, so they haven't really been improving that all that much. However, the Baron has been started up by Mysterious Monkeys, and there is absolutely zero response for this. That will go down in their favor. That Baron was free, and to be honest, I think For the Win Esports just thought no one was ever going to do it. I think they just got a bit complacent, thought, you know what, nah, there's no way anyone's ever going to go on towards the Baron. No one's been doing it so far, but they do anyway.
I mean, they should have seen all of the vision being removed from that area. That's a huge misplay from For the Win Esports. And even Mysterious Monkeys, they could contest this dragon if they are very fast. I mean, Lord Sani and Broken Blade are there, so it's not going to be given up without a fight.
Yeah, they are all heading towards, I believe Abbey also has the package available on towards him. He does, so he can have a pretty explosive impact into this fight. In comes Chippy Cow, getting the taunt flash in on towards Zanny. Meanwhile, the package is used into the backlines. Son of Dragon bursts Zanny down. Zanny's gone. Now is Chippy Cow gone as well. The culling comes through, but it mainly hits the dragon. Pharax stuck in the pit, tries to hop over the wall, flashes instead. But now, this dragon is going to be free for Mysterious Monkeys unless Son of Dragon can make a hero play. He can't. There was no smite there. Kyuga could have got in and got the smite, but he didn't decide it was worth it. Fourth dragon and Baron both go over to Mysterious Monkeys, even though the fight was only a 1-for-1.
And Mysterious Monkeys, they just get both the objectives that they really wanted. I mean, there's 6 minutes till the potential fifth dragon. They have the Baron, so they can also play around that for now. And they can create this huge goal lead that will most definitely secure them the fifth dragon.
Here they are taking the first turret of that gold lead. That goes down, and now gold lead is about 5,000 for them, even though it was just 2,000 a moment ago. So big power play here coming out of Mysterious Monkeys, and they're really looking to secure themselves a seat in the final of the Highlight TV Cup series, and I think they're doing it in a very calm way. They're keeping their heads about it. They're not going crazy trying to make all these plays. They're just doing it in a methodical way that they know will work.
That is exactly the way that they are, and if they can just keep playing this way, now you want obviously to be grouping up in, I'd say the mid lane, because the inner turret is still there. And then you just don't have to be wary of not grouping as a well, grouping up as 5 men, stacking as 5 men. That's really what I was looking for, because you've seen Shen taunt 3 members before. You don't want to see that happen again. You don't want to lose your Baron buff. So again, they're going to be taking this last inner turret here in the mid lane, and they are creating some big gold differentials with this Baron buff.
Yeah, the fact that Chippy Cow is trying to push out that bottom side means he's not present for this fight, so Mysterious Monkeys have the man advantage, and they're looking to take the inhibitor turret. They can't quite get in range to do so. Kuga threatening an engage, does get some damage back onto him by Broken Blade there. The pillar rather comes in for him as well. Just trying to see if they can make an engage here, Mysterious Monkeys, while Chippy Cow isn't there. He's coming for a TP flank, though, and the fight is now engaged. Big explosive cask used as well as the Glacial Fissure. No one going down quite yet. In comes the Fate's Call. Knocks up Abby on the backside. He's exhausted, so his damage is mitigated. The burn through from Stan United. Chippy Cow goes down as well. A double kill for Zanny. This probably means the game now for Mysterious Monkeys. Baron buff has run out, but I'm not sure Sun and Dragon and Kuga can hold from the 5-man push, because none of Mysterious Monkeys went down. It looks like this is going to be the game here. Sun and Dragon pick up Sazed, but Sazed is not the priority target here. Abby getting taken quite low by the turret, and they're still trying to hang on for dear life here. Kuga still trying to get on towards Abby. Zanny is the only one focusing the turret, but the death timers are so long, and Kuga is down. Son of Dragon, no chance of saving the game right now. They pick up the last kill for the style points, and Mysterious Monkeys secure themselves a place in the Highlight TV Cup Series final.
Well played by the Mysterious Monkeys. They just played a slow and organized game and finally ended up winning the game off of that. They were never in a hurry. They just slowly choked for the Win Esports out of this game.
Absolutely. I think that was a real masterclass in macro play there from the Mysterious Monkeys, the Mysterious Masters perhaps, and they have won this series 2-1, which means we will be saying goodbye to For the Win Esports, who will not be joining us in the final. However, congratulations and welcome to the final for Mysterious Monkeys, and we'll be seeing pretty soon who is going to join them. I believe we'll be casting that game in the next one. Either that or we'll be going straight into the final. Depends on whether they've started that game or not. But either way, you most certainly do not want to miss it. This has been a really good tournament so far. Plenty of exciting moments and matches. I doubt the final is going to be any different.